against Republicans at town halls all over the country, including Chuck Nunn, my guest tonight, whose incredible exchange with Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas has gone viral. Watch for yourself.
I support the veterans, but what you're doing right now, what the government is doing right now, as far as cutting out those jobs, a huge percentage of those people, and I know you care about the veterans, then that is a damn shame.
Yes. Yeah.
That is a shame.
I'm not a Democrat, but I'm worried about the veterans.
Well, I yielded to one of my elders, and I appreciate his comments. I think it's a great. I'm not gonna. We don't have time for everyone to stand up. I do got 2 more commitments today. Appreciate everybody making the drive out, and God bless America. Thank you.
We're going to take pictures with you, buddy, right?
He just got up and walked out. I mean, much of the crowd there, you could see, incredibly frustrated, angry. The senator abruptly ended that town hall after that exchange early. And Trump sounded off about the contentious town halls on Truth Social today, saying in part, quote, "It's all part of the game for Democrats." Out front now, Chuck Nunn, the man in that viral video, a lifelong Kansas resident. I know, Chuck, you call yourself a conservative Democrat. Your wife is a Republican, and you were at that town hall together. So I just want to start, Chuck, in the awkward place where the president started when he is calling people at these town halls who are asking tough questions, or maybe just saying they, as you did, talking about your concern for veterans, paid troublemakers. I mean, just to be clear, awkward question here, but were you paid?
No, but if President Trump would like to send me some cash, I would prefer large bills in a plain envelope. But no, I wasn't paid. And if they, it makes no sense. If they were going to have a paid actor, they would pick somebody a hell of a lot better looking than I am, and someone that's much better spoken than I am. It makes no sense. And the people that were there, I can't guarantee you all of them were Kansans, because I did not check every tag in the parking lot. But as my wife and I walked into that hall, I did look at the tags, and they were all Kansas tags.
Chuck, as I said, this is a senator, so people could come from all over the state. And you were there raising a crucial point, which, as you say, your wife's a Republican. You define yourself or identify as a conservative Democrat. You're upset about veterans and veterans being fired by the federal government as part of these cuts, and you called it a damn shame. What made you decide to go into that parking lot, walk in the town hall, all the effort that it takes to do that, to speak to Senator Marshall? What made you decide to do it in person?
I've attended other town halls that Senator Marshall's had. In fact, I voted for the guy once. I thought he was, at that time, I thought he was a pretty decent individual. The reason that I went is that my family's been in this country since the 1600s. We fought in wars in this country before there was a country. More recently, during the Second World War, my dad and my uncles fought against the Nazis in World War II. My dad was involved in and this is hard for me to talk about, and I'll just make it quick, but in the cleanup of a couple of the concentration camps. Saw my dad cry twice. Once when my sister at age 14 died of leukemia. The second time was when he sat down and talked to us boys, his sons, about what he saw over there. My dad was a big man, and he was a tough man. But that experience stayed with him all of his life. As I understand it, it changed his personality. This probably isn't why you called, but you know, to see a South African immigrant stand up on the stage, wave a chainsaw around, it just absolutely sickens me. That's disgusting. That's repulsive. And that is un-American. To have that same guy and his group of thugs have the ability to take and go through my personal information at will is frightening. And I don't have the words for it. I'm sorry.
You know, Senator Marshall, when you asked him, you brought that up, and you brought it up in a passionate way. It wasn't confrontational. He obviously just didn't want to engage on the issue. So you know, he got up and he walked out, abruptly ending the meeting. Why? And you point out there was you voted for the man at one point to be senator. Why do you think he reacted that way?
Some people can't handle the truth. Yeah. Some people can't handle the truth. And you know, I don't understand this because I honestly believe that I don't hate the man. I honestly believe that he's a decent individual. As I understand it, he was a wonderful doctor over in Barton County. His family is well thought of. Why he would stand up there and lie to us over and over again. Does he think that we're stupid out here? Has he been away from his roots for too long? I don't understand it, and I don't get it.
Well, Chuck, I really appreciate your taking the time and sharing this with all of us. Thank you very much.